Welcome back to 1% Daily, where small mindset shifts create big results. Today's message is about something most people overlook: the power of thinking like a beginner. This mindset can unlock growth, creativity, and opportunities you never imagined. Here's something interesting. The moment most people start learning something new, they're filled with energy, excitement, and curiosity. A beginner asks questions. A beginner is hungry to know more. A beginner isn't afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes are part of learning. But as time passes and we start to feel like an expert, we often lose that spark. We stop asking questions. We stop being curious. We start protecting our ego instead of chasing growth. The danger of becoming an expert is this: you start thinking you already know everything. And the second you think you know everything, you stop learning. You close the door to growth. That's why the people who keep evolving, whether it's athletes, leaders, entrepreneurs, or creators, are the ones who keep a beginner's mindset, no matter how far they've come. Think about the greats in any field. Kobe Bryant, for example, was at the top of basketball, yet he was still the first to show up at practice and the last to leave. Why? Because he thought like a beginner. He believed there was always something to learn, always another level to reach. Steve Jobs used to talk about approaching problems with a beginner's mind, because beginners don't come in with fixed assumptions, they're open to possibilities. That openness leads to creativity and innovation. Now, let's bring this closer to your life. When was the last time you approached something with pure curiosity? Without the pressure of being perfect, without the fear of looking silly, without the pride of saying, "I already know how this works." Imagine how much lighter your journey would feel if you gave yourself permission to be a beginner again. When you think like a beginner, you free yourself from comparison. You don't need to be better than everyone else. You only need to explore, to try, to improve step by step. That's where progress lives. And here's the truth: being a beginner isn't weakness, it's power. It means you're willing to grow, to stretch, to expand beyond who you are right now. There's also humility in this mindset. Beginners aren't afraid to ask for help. They know that every expert was once a rookie. When you think like a beginner, you stop pretending you have it all figured out, and that honesty makes you stronger. Because the truth is, nobody has it all figured out, not even the people you look up to. Here's the mindset shift I want you to carry. Instead of thinking, "I should already know this," say, "This is my chance to learn." Instead of saying, "I can't mess this up," say, "Mistakes are part of my progress." Instead of fearing how you'll look, focus on how much you'll grow. Every day, you have two choices: protect your ego or protect your growth. When you choose to think like a beginner, you're choosing growth. You're choosing curiosity over pride, questions over answers, and possibilities over limitations. So today, ask yourself, in what area of my life do I need to stop pretending I know it all and start showing up like a beginner again? Maybe it's in your career, where you've gotten too comfortable. Maybe it's in your relationships, where you've stopped listening deeply. Maybe it's in your personal growth, where you're repeating old habits instead of exploring new ones. Wherever it is, bring back that beginner's energy: hungry, curious, unafraid to learn. Because here's the truth: the people who think like beginners never stop evolving. They don't get stuck in the past. They don't limit themselves with pride. They keep opening new doors. And if you can live with that mindset, you'll always find ways to grow, no matter how high you climb. Thank you for tuning in to 1% Daily. Remember, it's not about knowing it all. It's about staying open, curious, and hungry to learn. Think like a beginner, and you'll never stop growing. Keep pushing, keep learning, and see you tomorrow.